the trade rumors and trade theories and speculation on what team will Rudy Gobert potentially be traded to if the Utah Jazz decide to move on are getting very, very heated and a lot more interesting, with it now currently being reported that another team in the Dallas Mavericks are a potential trade destination for Rudy Gobert. This is all being reported by Zach Lowe. What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got some more NBA news to talk about with you guys. Again, this time it is currently being reported that the Mavericks are showing trade interest in Rudy Gobert. Now, I actually believe this is a very, very interesting decision, because even though in my opinion I think it would be a lot better for the Mavericks to go out and try and sign up or trade for a player like Chris Paul, Rudy Gobert would actually be pretty interesting, because I think a lot of people are actually forgetting that Kristaps Porzingis is actually injured and I believe will be out for the majority of next season, if not the whole entire of next season. So this would mainly mean, again, that Luka, Doncic would be going in with a pretty interesting team. It'd be a team that have a lot of really nice role players like Maxi Kleber, Seth Curry, again, etc. It's going to continue to have nice role players here and there, but Luka Doncic is really the only all-star that they do have on the team. And yes, I would still expect them to make the playoffs, even though it will be in a pretty hated Western Conference. I just don't know how they're going to go, because Luka's going to definitely need to, be the main guy for games consistently upon, consistent. So it's going to be very interesting to see if he could do it by himself. The more appropriate thing that I think will, potentially happen is I do believe the Dallas Mavericks will go out and get him some help and will get him a second star to have for the season. And considering Rudy Gobert would definitely take in that center position that, again, Kristaps was mainly playing throughout the season, I feel like he'd actually be a pretty nice replacement. Yes, he wouldn't have the shooting that Kristaps did, supply, but he is still a very good interior defender who does still have, again, a very nice pick and roll aspect to his game. Now, I know a lot of people are saying, well, how would Rudy Gobert and Kristaps work in the long run? Because even though Kristaps has played a lot of power forward on the New York Knicks, his time at Dallas was actually seen as a center. When Dwight Powell went down with the injury, Kristaps was definitely, the main center of the team. They often, rolled out kind of types of their game style where Kristaps was the center and they'd have Maxi Kleber or, as their power forward. And that's how it kind of went throughout a lot of, the rest of the season when Dwight Powell did actually go down with the injury. So will Kristaps be able to come in and play the power forward position with Rudy Gobert if they do go about keeping him? Is a big, I don't really know how that would go, because look, Kristaps isn't the fastest guy out there, and Rudy Gobert is definitely a very slow center. So if you're going to roll out the power forward / center duo of Rudy Gobert and Kristaps Porzingis, yes, the defense would be absolutely insane, but I just don't know how it would go spacing wise. Yes, Kristaps is an amazing three-point shooter, don't get me wrong on that, but Kristaps definitely does work when he has a very versatile and pacey center, or he is playing the center position. For example, when he has Dwight Powell is a player that can, look, he doesn't shoot threes, but he can definitely move around, the interior and do it quite well and get out of Kristaps' way very fast. He's just very versatile and athletic like that, and that just comes with being, again, not a gigantic center like Rudy Gobert pretty much is. Gobert is just, again, not the fastest. I don't believe the spacing would be able to be, any good. Again, this is how I look at it. Look, Kristaps may get into the paint and might do whatever he does, a post move or anything like that. Dwight Powell is definitely comfortable with moving out of that key and going elsewhere. I just don't know how Gobert would go with that. So if you have, again, Gobert and Kristaps at the power forward / center, I feel like it'd be a very slow kind of lineup. The duo that I'm actually going to be comparing this to, I feel like which could happen, is actually Christian Wood and Andre Drummond. Look, Christian Wood, a lot of people think can play, you know, again, a big amount of minutes as power forward, as he's a great three-point shooter. But in fact, when Andre Drummond was on the team and they had Andre Drummond at center and played Christian Wood at power forward, it just didn't work. Like, it was way too slow. Very similar issues that Kristaps could have with Rudy Gobert, Christian Wood did have with Andre Drummond, you know, vice versa. So again, when Andre Drummond was able to get traded, they played Christian Wood as their main center, and Wood felt, you know, it looked more comfortable, and he was able to do his type of thing. I could definitely see a way where that issue would happen with Gobert and Kristaps, but again, only time would tell. It could be a big experiment. I mean, the Dallas Mavericks could trade for Gobert and only have him the one season and then look to, you know, kind of move on from him after that. Of course, there's no guarantees that Kristaps is going to come back in and be fully healthy. Again, unfortunate as it is, he could still be likely to be getting another injury. You know, very similar to after that. He's always had injury issues and been kind of prone to it the last couple of years. So, again, I do feel very bad for Kristaps in that kind of situation. But, yeah, it could be a mess with Rudy Gobert and Kristaps. But I do feel like he would be an interesting, you know, 1-year rental type of player. They could trade for him. Wouldn't have to give up much. His trade value's kind of gone down a little bit. And then, you know, after that, they could kind of prove that he's still a decent player. And who knows, maybe even trade him for a player who could be available maybe next season or something like that. So again, I'm very interested to see how this is all going to go. I would really like to hear all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Do you guys think the Dallas Mavericks should actually go out and, you know, trade for Rudy Gobert? Do you guys think they shouldn't? Or do you guys think they should potentially go out and get a different player? Again, I'd really like to hear all of your thoughts and opinions on this down below. But of course, don't forget to subscribe to my gaming channel and my IRL/Long channel. Don't forget to check out my podcast as well if you haven't already. Links for them will all be in the description down below. But as I'll sign off to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.